I've got a live video call coming in here. It's from Christian Cornell. It's the next Zoom caller. He's a firefighter. I'm going to go to you right now, Christian, on my piece here. I really appreciate you. Let me get my volume up here and ask me your question, Christian.
Hi, Brian. Wow, what a surprise. Yeah, just wanted to ask you what your plans are for the London Fire Brigade. We're facing a load of cuts from the current mayor system, nearly 70 million, I believe. So I was just wondering what your plans are for that.
Great. We'll just kill this audio here. Thank you, Christian. I appreciate that. It's a great question. And again, Christian works in the London Fire Brigade, and he said, what is the plan? What is the plan for our fire brigade? And he made reference to the recent defunding of the fire brigade. And you might have heard recently that the mayor of London recently defunded the police by 110 million pounds. At the same time, he quietly cut 25 million pounds from the fire brigade. And we all know the fire brigade is crucial when it comes to responding to a lot of the big issues we have here, including fires, those like the Grenfell tragedy. And I was going through Enfield a couple days ago, and some of the residents there reminded me that still 150 buildings in London, still nearly 4 years later after Grenfell, still have that same cladding. And I think it's 200,000 Londoners are living in fear because they don't know what's going to happen. And when they hear the mayor defund the fire brigade by 25 million pounds, they're not going to sleep any better. And I think we have to always make sure that we fund the fire brigade, that we fund the Metropolitan Police. And I was having a conversation with a senior Metropolitan Police officer, and he said, Brian, it all comes down to pounds, pence, and shilling. He said, if you can find the money, we can get more police on the streets. We can start going after knife crime. If you can find the money, we can fund the fire brigade. And he said, what we need is someone to have a creative way to look at finances in the city. And I said, look, you found the right guy, because I spent 30 years in industry. Like I said, I've worked in automotive, to aerospace, to finance, to tech startup. And I have a way of looking at this city through a business lens. First of all, we've got to get the economy kickstarted. When you strengthen the economy, you strengthen all things. It's going to get everyone back in business. It's going to increase revenues for our council, increase revenues for our bankrupt TfL system, thanks to the mayor. But it's also going to give us other solutions. And I have a proposal I'll be dropping in the next 2 weeks about how TfL can not only not go bankrupt again, which is what the current mayor is going to do. He's going to go ask for a few more billion pounds in March from the national government because he still can't run that. But I'm talking about a way that TfL can run a profit. I'm talking about a way that we can get corporate donations into our community centers to give our teenagers alternatives to going into things that result in knife crime. And I'm talking about ways that we can find budget for the police force and the fire brigade. But you have to look at this from a business sense. There's actually a precedent for this. This was done by Jamal Edwards in Acton, where he got Google to cut a 100,000-pound check for their community center. There's precedents of this where the Tokyo transport system actually runs at a profit because they found the way for the transport system to get reimbursed for the value they create from their transport networks. Look at Canary Wharf. Look at all those high-rises there. Those were empowered by the Jubilee line. How come the TfL hasn't seen some of that revenue? And I have other solutions to fund the fire brigade and the police as well, because I know you can't just keep squeezing the budget. And the last thing we need, quite honestly, Christian, is another politician promising you things he can't pay for. I know how to pay for these things, and I'll be dropping the exact budget numbers shortly. So thank you for your comments.